So today's keyword is, I would say, healthy support. Because yes, all of us are social beings, so we do need some kind of support. But is it the right one, ample one, or is it over helping? That we must need to figure out. So let me start with the question. How many of you have ever felt exhausted after helping someone, right? Not physically tired, but emotionally drained, or maybe even a little resentful. And here is the interesting part: the person you helped might not even appreciate it the way you expected. Confusing, right? So, today we are going to unpack something most of us do without even realizing it. And it's affecting our relationships, our energy, and our peace of mind. Yes, we are talking about healthy support versus over helping. Just think of it in this way: helping is holding the ladder, and over helping is climbing it for them, right? So when you hold the ladder, you are there for support, for safety, for encouragement. But when you let them climb, right? But if you let them feel the effort, the fear, the triumph, but when you climb it for them, they never learn. And you are exhausted from doing double the work. So, over helping is when you support, or let's say your support crosses into control, when your care becomes a cage. And it's when you do for people what they can and should do for themselves. Let me give you some real examples from our daily lives, and it's basically for mothers and wives here. You wake up at 5:30 a.m., pack your teenager's school bag because they'll forget something, lay out their clothes, remind them about their homework they already know about, actually, because obviously the teacher has mentioned it, and then wonder why they can't manage a single morning on their own during college. Because you're not helping. You're preventing them from learning responsibility. Or this: your husband says he'll cook dinner on Sunday. So, the lucky ones. So, you hover around the kitchen, rearranging the masalas, correcting how he's chopping onions, basically doing everything except actually holding the कढ़ाई. है ना? लगता है किचन ज्यादा गंदा कर देंगे हस्बैंड, राइट? So it's better we do it. And then you complain he never helps. But did you actually let him help? And for the men here, let's say your younger brother is struggling with a career decision, and instead of listening, you've already made calls, sent his resume to your contacts, decided which job he should take. You think you are being the responsible elder brother, but you've just robbed him of his agency, his learning, his story. So then, why do we overhelp? So it's basically, we think it shows love. We think it proves we care. Sometimes it's about control. We believe our way is the right way. And that is also one big reason when wives don't let their husbands and kids enter the kitchen. उन्हें कुछ नहीं आता. And they will not let them learn also. And then they will complain at the same time. So sometimes it's about identity, कि वाइफ्स को लगे अगर ये किचन का काम भी यही करने लगे तो फिर मेरी तो जरूरत ही खत्म हो जाएगी घर में. ठीक है ना? तो ये इंडिपेंडेंट हो जाएंगे, तो लेट देम बी डिपेंडेंट ऑन अस, राइट? सो yeah, it does happen sometimes. And Many a times it's even, let's say, because our identity is that I am the person everyone depends on. And often it's faster. It's quicker to pack the bag yourself than teach your child to do it. But here's the truth: support empowers, but overhelping creates dependence. Yes. So when you constantly overfunction for someone, they learn to underfunction. They become helpless, entitled, or resentful. And you, of course, you burn out. So let's talk about what overhelping actually costs you: your energy. Yes, you're doing your work and theirs. You're managing everyone's emotions, everyone's problems, everyone's lives. No wonder you're exhausted by 2 p.m. Your relationships. The person you're overhelping starts to take you for granted, or even worse, they resent you for treating them like they are incapable. And you resent them for not appreciating your sacrifice. Third, their growth. Yes, every time you solve their problem, you steal their opportunity to grow. Struggle builds strength. So when you remove all obstacles, you remove all growth. And here's a powerful truth: when you let people struggle, you give them the gift of becoming stronger. A mother bird pushes the baby bird out of the nest. Cruel? Definitely not. Necessary. If she kept feeding it forever, it would never learn to fly. And healthy support? It asks, what do you need from me? Instead of assuming you know best. And healthy support says, I believe you can figure this out. And I'm here if you need me. Instead of jumping in to rescue. So healthy support teaches the skill instead of just doing the task. Again, an example for mothers: that instead of packing your 16-year-old's bag every night, sit with them once, show them the system, and then step back. Yes, let them forget their geometry box once. Let them face the consequence. That's how they learn. And for wives, let your husband make a mess in the kitchen. Let the dal be a little bland. Praise the effort. He'll learn. But if you criticize and take over, he'll never try again. And for all working professionals, your junior colleague is struggling with the presentation. Don't take it over. Sit with them, ask guiding questions, share resources, review their work, but let them present it. And that's how they grow confidence. So, here's something we don't talk about enough: boundaries. Boundaries protect both sides. So, when you set a boundary, like, I won't do this for you anymore, but I'm happy to guide you, you're protecting your energy and their dignity. You're saying, I respect you enough to believe you are capable. And you're saying to yourself too, I deserve rest. I deserve to not carry everyone's burdens. And this isn't selfish. This is actually sustainable love. So here is what I want you to do today. Take a moment right now or after the session and ask yourself, is there one area where I'm overhelping? Think, right? Maybe it's with your children, maybe it's with your spouse or your parents or even your team at work. And then ask, am I supporting their growth or am I preventing it? Yes. And finally, what is one small step I can take back today? Yes. Maybe it's letting your teenager pack their own lunch. Maybe it's not reminding your partner about something they are perfectly capable of remembering. And maybe it's letting your colleague make their own mistake and learn from it. Take one step back, just one. And I leave you with this beautiful thought. The people who love you don't need you to be their hero. Yes, they need you to believe they can be their own. That's what giving space all about. Your role isn't to carry people, it's to walk beside them while they carry themselves. So today, choose support over rescue, choose empowerment over control, and choose to hold the ladder and trust them to climb. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.